Today I'm going to cover one of my favorite roots on the planet, ginger. I went to a club warehouse called BJ's, which I just found out recently doesn't really exist everywhere in the United States, but it's here up in the Northeast. And BJ's sells 2 pounds of organic ginger for $7. That is unbelievably cheap. I have seen organic ginger cost as much as $27 a pound. Why would anybody want to buy 2 pounds of organic ginger? If you stick around, you'll be wanting to buy 2 pounds of ginger too. I would say that ginger is probably one of the misunderstood roots on the planet. I mean, most people really like eating ginger if it's an Asian food and you're into that really strong ginger taste. But there's a lot more to ginger than that. What ginger does, what I use it for the most, which is the best way to use ginger in my personal opinion, is to use it in quantities that are so small you can barely taste it. Now, why would you want to do that? Ginger imparts this brightness to food when you put it in food in small quantities. For example, I use ginger in my New England clam chowder, which you would never think to do. By adding just a small quantity of ginger, and I'm talking about maybe a tablespoon of grated ginger into a 2 or 3 gallon pot of New England clam chowder, you won't even know it's there, but anybody who tastes it will be like, man, I don't know what it was about that soup. It just imparts an unbelievable brightness to food. The other thing that I love about ginger is that it goes extremely well with Japanese food and it cleanses your palate. Unfortunately, the ginger that you get in your average Japanese sushi place is horrific. Just take a look at this. I mean, saccharin and chemicals. I mean, saccharin, didn't we do away with that in the 70s? Why is that in our food? To me, that's just an abomination. I went to a super high-end Japanese restaurant once where the sushi chef actually shaved off fresh slices of ginger. They were paper thin. He actually cut them paper thin. It was beautiful, and the flavor difference was unbelievable. Ginger has healing properties. It really does. It's almost like a miracle root. It can settle your stomach. You can make a tea out of it. It's almost calming and soothing. So what I would like to show you to do today is prepare your ginger, this 2 pounds of ginger, this enormous quantity, and keep it in your fridge for like 6 months. And all we need to do that is 3 really simple ingredients. We are going to need Maruchan rice wine vinegar. And yes, I do buy it by the gallon. It's a lot cheaper that way. I picked this up from Amazon. There's a link down below if you want to buy yours, or you can go to a supermarket and buy the smaller bottles. I don't think it makes much sense to purchase small bottles on Amazon, but whatever. If you want to get it that way, that's perfectly fine. The other thing that you're going to need is just a little bit of raw organic sugar that I purchased from Costco, the Kirkland brand. Now, the hard part about ginger is cleaning it. So there are 3 methods that you can use to peel the ginger. You can use a spoon, you can use a peeler, or you can use the ultrasonic snap. That's my favorite. When you're peeling ginger with a spoon, you just rub the spoon up against it like that, and the skin comes right off. It's very effective. It works great. Just peel it with a spoon. I love the aroma of ginger. And now that it's peeled, we have to put it through a food processor. So this particular food processor here comes with a blade. I'm not sure if you can see this. Let me try to get into focus. Okay, so this blade is adjustable, and I set it like around 3 millimeters. That seems to work. What happens is if you go thinner than that, first of all, you don't need to because the boiling will actually soften it, so you want it to hold up a little bit. But if you go thinner than that, it just jams up in the machine because the ginger is very fibrous. The routine's pretty straightforward. To every pound of ginger, you use 12 ounces of this vinegar. Since we're using 2 pounds of ginger, we're gonna use 24 ounces of the rice wine vinegar. To that, we're gonna add 6 tablespoons of sugar. Bring it up to a boil, add our ginger, bring it to a simmer, and then just let it cool naturally in the fridge. And it's done. That'll stay in the refrigerator for 6 months, and you'll have ginger that you can use in your recipes, which you will see me use in upcoming recipes. And you could take it with you when you go out for sushi and not worry about what you're actually consuming. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't want that stuff in my body. Look, the reality of the situation is this. I don't know what's gonna kill me. I want to at least be able to minimize the risk. 6 tablespoons of sugar. Add that to the pot and take our 24 ounces of rice wine vinegar. Put it on a high flame. I'm gonna give it a little stir. This is gonna tend to stink up your house, so it's not a terrible idea to keep the lid on it until it boils. All right, this has come to a boil. Just gonna add our ginger to it. Basically, you want enough rice wine vinegar in there to cover the ginger. This is gonna come to a boil, and when it does, 3 minutes later, you're gonna take it off the stove and you're done. You don't want it to overboil. You just want it to just turn soft because this is gonna cool in the fridge and continue to soften. Simply put your ginger in there, just do a couple containers. Usually it takes a little bit more than 2 of these containers. It takes about a quart. These are half a quart. Just really straightforward. Cover it up. You're just gonna pop that in the refrigerator until it cools. You can use it even while it's hot. This ginger is phenomenal to have in your household. Watch my upcoming videos. You are gonna see me use this a lot. The only thing that it doesn't really do well in is acidic food. So I would never put this ginger in like a tomato sauce. But if you keep it in your dishes in small quantities, people will notice a dramatic difference in your cooking and they'll have no idea why. Ginger is extremely versatile and useful, and you'll be very thankful that you have it in your kitchen. Thank you so much for watching. Watch my upcoming videos, and remember, it's up to you to save healthy.